Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to take Allah Yah Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kakdash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great Milson, Ruel. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole flag. Tell your brothers out to pushing the word of truth and sincerity. Shalom, tell your brothers stay strong, pushing the ways. This ain't going to be a lesson. This is going to be more of an update, but things out there in the Ukraine are about to get worse. Okay, you had a couple months back, Russia invading Ukraine, and, they pretty much went to war. And now by a certain law that was passed by Creepy Joe, the president of the United States of America, things are about to get worse out there in the whole, Russian-Ukrainian situation. And but from this article, it says American weapons will ensure more deaths in Ukraine, but won't change the conflict's eventual outcome. So what happened was Creepy Joe passed legislation that they're about to send weapons to the Ukrainian side. Okay, American weapons. So they're about to pretty much give them an update or a boost of weapons, because they might have been fighting with weak, cheap weapons or whatever, but now the Ukrainian side is going to fight with better weapons. So with that being said, what do you think the Russian side is going to do if America's being indirectly involved in this conflict? Then what do you think Russia's going to do, man? Russia's only going to step it up as well. So don't be surprised if some type of crazy ass missile is, I'm not going to say a nuclear missile, but something a little lesser than a nuclear missile, right? Like you have little pocket nuclear, weapons or whatever, right? Like miniature missiles, that actually, deal a lot of damage. Don't be surprised if a couple missiles like that are going to be used in this situation, man. Okay, so now things in Ukraine are about to get worse. And I won't be surprised if by the end of this year America gets involved, or something big happens, man, by the end of this year, or in a couple months from now regarding this situation. Okay, or maybe America makes a move somewhere else in the world. Okay, because you're hearing things in Iran, between America and Iran. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of this year as well, America, does something to Iran. So things regarding wars and rumors of wars, man, they're about to intensify. Okay, remember Yahushua spoke about these things, man. But anyways, it says the U.S. is doing everything possible to extend the suffering of the Ukrainian people by creating conditions that appear to mandate an expansion of Russia's military effort and the subsequent destruction of the Ukrainian nation. Exactly, because by America doing this, giving their weapons to better weapons to the Ukrainian side, like I said, that's only going to intensify Russia's stance. Okay, they're going to become worse than what they were, okay, or what they are. Okay, they're going to bring out their better weapons, their better missiles, and they're just gonna steamroll these people, man, these Ukrainian people, man. Okay, and because that's what's been happening. The media doesn't really talk about it, but the Ukrainian side is taking loss. I believe I saw in the news, it said that the Russian side has taken over 20% of Ukraine. Okay, 20% of Ukraine has been taken over by Russia. Now think about that. They're completely, steamrolling these people, man. 20% is a lot. So Russia's putting in work, man, but the media, doesn't really talk about it, enough. Okay. But let me skip all the way down. Now, mind you, the person that actually wrote this article, as a matter of fact, let me read it, who this individual is. Okay, now this individual, he's the one that wrote this article, Scott Ritter. It says Scott Ritter is a former U.S. Marine Corps intelligence officer and author of Scorpion King, America's Suicidal Embrace of Nuclear Weapons from FDR to Trump. He served in the Soviet Union as an inspector implementing the INF Treaty in General Schwarzkopf's staff during the Gulf War, and from 1991 to 1998 as a UN weapons inspector. So this individual, he has a bunch of accolades, man. Okay, he's a well-established individual. And so he's a former U.S. Marine Corps, intelligence officer, man. He was high in the totem pole when it came to war and things of that nature. And he's the one that's actually writing this article, man. Okay. But let me skip down all the way down. It says to the last paragraph. It says, he said, Scott Ritter once again, which he belongs to the side of America, but he's talking against America, okay, because he sees through the bullshit of America. He said it is a policy of death, pure and simple, and as such, epitomizes the role played by America in the world today. Exactly. So pretty much he's calling the America the harbinger of death, pretty much. Okay, that's what America brings. America brings death, and he's absolutely right. Okay, wherever America, like I said, whether America's involved directly or indirectly, whether they send U.S. troops or whether they supply weapons to a different army in some other country, America is always involved some way somehow, and is always bringing death. Okay, just know that America some way somehow is always involved in some type of skirmish and some type of battle, whether directly or indirectly. Okay, so this is what America brings, and this individual, this Edomite, okay, he's an Edomite, mind you. Okay, this Edomite understands that America is as death. Okay, that's all it brings, man. Okay, and like I said, this wasn't really a lesson. It was more of an update. But anyways, with that, like I said from the beginning of this update, the Ukraine-Russia situation is about to get worse, man. Don't be surprised if some crazy ass missile from the Russian side is going to be used on Ukraine. Okay, but anyways, with that, Lord willing, was edifying. Until next time, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Ratazam, say shalom.